Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly Sun and Rising Tarot horoscope for the week of, April 25th to May 1st. Wow. Gosh, we're at the end of the month. Now, this is for Taurus Sun and Rising. And while this is a general reading, if you have seen my videos in the past, you know I get really specific. I use astrology, obviously tarot, and my guides to lead the reading. Now, before I even begin, oh my gosh, what a crazy month. April has been, listen, it's been so active, and hopefully for you it's been amazing because there's been a lot happening. A lot of astrological alignments, and go through my old videos because I talk a lot about this. You know, I talk a lot about the aspects that have happened that have a really long shelf life. Okay, one thing about this week, there's a lot happening this week, by the way. There's conjunctions and sextiles and trines, and listen, 4 planets in Pisces. Okay, we're talking Mars, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter. That is insane. That's a lot of activity in your 11th house, and we're gonna talk about that later. But also, Taurus, come on, this weekend, are you ready? Huh? Oh my gosh. So, Taurus, as you know, we do have a new moon solar eclipse in your sign this weekend. Actually, and this is, we have another one coming out this year, but this is major, okay? This is major because we love that Venus, your ruler, she's exalted right now, and Venus is conjuncting Jupiter in Pisces 3 days after Venus conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. So, listen, there's a lot of activity happening in your first house. There's a lot of changes happening in your life. A lot of changes. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you've actually, because there is a lot of activity in your 11th house, I wouldn't be surprised if there's people around you, people like supportive, loving family and friends who have been helping you bring your dreams to fruition. Okay, 11th house is it's very networky. It's also like very like, you know, social. It's very friends, but it's also the hopes and dreams. So when you put those together, it really is, there's that connection between, you know, your close circle of friends and network helping you manifest the things that you really want in life. So that said, I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Really, there really is just, there's so much activity happening. Let's just get started because, listen, you have a big week, okay? I do the traditional Celtic cross spread, and you may not see it so close up because I do personal tarot readings. And for clients, if you want to book a reading, you can at my website. It's thetarotship.com. But I use a different camera for that, okay? And so that's on Zoom. I do Zoom readings. So the most important thing, I'm going to pull the cards up to the screen, but the most important thing is a message, right? It's the takeaway. So you will get all of that. Now, Taurus, I'm not going to lie. You have an amazing, amazing spread. I love it when this happens. Okay, so whatever decision, first of all, let's just talk about this decision you had to make recently. You had to make some sort of decision, okay? It may have been pretty heavy. It may have been pretty emotional. You may have had it was between 2 things close to your heart. It was also, for some Taurus, it may have been between 2 jobs. It may have been having to make decision to move on with a relationship or not move on with it. It's something pretty emotional, but also personal. Now, here's the thing, and it's because you did get the 2 of Swords. Now, and this showed up in your past card. And so you were, it looks like you, most Taurus, I'm getting the message, you were able to like pull through and have, and it wasn't actually as deep for some Taurus as this card lets on. Another message I'm getting is that there was a sigh of relief, and there was, you know, it was like, oof, I can move on now. Because for some Taurus, it was a decision that was hard to make, or it was a decision you didn't want to make. Now, You pulled the Six of Wands. Now, what this is that your life, pretty great right now, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Things are really, 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 really good. You may be working a little hard, but things are still good because everything's going in the way that you want it to go. It should be going in the way that you want to go. You're probably getting a lot of recognition right now. You're getting public recognition. You're getting praised for your work. You're doing a lot of great work. And, you know, as we know, Taurus, you have been doing a lot of work, okay? There's been, even all last year, oh my goodness, you were in it to win it, all right? And Taurus, I think I said this in my last reading, you did have some ups and downs in terms of career, but look at you now, right? Great. You're in a really good position. For some Taurus who are still looking for a job, do not worry, or not a job, but like, if you're looking for like a promotion or just going to the next level, just wait, okay? One thing that I do want to point out is you also pulled the Nine of Wands. And so, listen, I want you to know that all the hard work and effort you put into your career, into your relationship, into your home life, into whatever project you're working on, it was all worth it, and you have nothing to worry about. Now, this card really is, I call it the don't give up card, because you can see that he's worked really hard and he's just so exhausted. He's so tired. He's so beaten up. Literally, he's wearing gauze over his head. And he's a little paranoid. He's like, oh, I'm so done. I'm over it. Listen, this came up in your challenge area. So for two things. One, the message I'm getting for some Taurus is that you're still feeling that. I want you to know that you're not going, it's over soon, okay? The 9 is the end of this. You're coming to the end of all this, okay? It's really great, all right? For some other Taurus who are in this moment of celebrating and, achievements and honors and just, getting all this great attention around your work and your career and, some aspects in your life, this is just saying to keep your head held high. Don't look back, all right? Because that showed up in your challenge area, you could have a moment of like, okay, now what? And then automatically you think about all the hard work you did. I want you to just keep your eyes toward the future, okay? And I say that a lot in my cards because with a lot of the personal readings that I do, a lot of people do bring up things from the past, a lot, to justify things as, excuses or whatever. I'm just like, it's in the past. We got to look toward the future. How can you work toward the future when you keep harping on the past, okay? So don't, just keep your eyes on the prize, move forward like this cool dude on the horse. He just keeps going. It's almost like he's at some sort of parade and people are celebrating him, and that's really great. Now, okay, it looks like you do want to move really fast, okay? Your mind may be going a million miles a minute right now. You did pull the Knight of Swords. It is very, very, very fiery energy, okay? It's a very active card, and it's a very, mental card. It's all about intellect, knowledge, power, and this is something that you're, right now, you still want to move forward. A lot of Taurus want to move forward in a very intellectual way. I think that a lot of Taurus are maybe going back to school. That just, I'm getting the message, and a lot of Taurus may be learning something new. There may be something new coming up in terms of learning something. It could be something in terms of your career, something you have to learn. Maybe you just got promoted as, I don't know, director of marketing, and there's certain aspects of marketing you have to learn. But that's coming up really strong, this thing about absorbing new knowledge. So know that this is all possible, and if it's something that you need to do it, take it seriously, because it's something that you want. Yeah, so that's a really good thing. You did pull the Wheel of Fortune. This is the only major arcana that you pulled. I'm very happy that you pulled this. You listen, when I say you want to move forward, okay, this all came from the past of like this decision that you had to make for some Tauruses isn't a decision. It was a circumstance, okay? A circumstance that you were caught in. Or it was just a place where you had to, you know, accept a new offer or make some sort of decision to change some, you know, lifestyle component or something in your life. Either way, it was all for the best. It was all great. Deep down inside, you wanted it and you want more, baby. You want more. Wheel of Fortune is great. You know that you've been working hard, Taurus. You know it, okay? And I feel it. Now, so the Wheel of Fortune he's right in the middle of the major arcanas, okay? And this is a really good card. This is saying that you want big change in your life. Really funny because Taurus is a fixed sign and they normally don't want major change, but you want it now. You want it. It's so obvious, okay? This is really great because it is definitely in your spread and there's going to be some movement. One thing that I like to point out because it's really fun for me is you can see the four creatures of the universe spinning the wheel of destiny in your favor, all right? You can see that snake over there. I love that little snake, all right? The reason why he's here is because his vibration helps the manifestation, all right? So this is really great. This is really cool. This is a huge card of karma too, okay? So you've been doing really well, Taurus, and oh my gosh, just you want that change. You have a huge eclipse coming in your sign this weekend, and look at that. You got the Six of Swords. So one fun bit about this card is that my website is called The Tarot Ship, and it's inspired by the Six of Swords, okay? One thing that I love about this card is that they're leaving turbulent times to move into a really better place. You know, there you can see them in the boat with the family. It just means their support, and they really are moving away from, you know, moments in their life that wasn't really great. It didn't really vibe well with them. It didn't like gel well with them. It was probably a job that you didn't like. It could have been employees that you didn't like. It could have been the home you didn't like. Whatever it is for Taurus, you know, whatever you're here for, listen, this is for any aspect. You are moving on. You are moving forward. You are moving into a way better place. Just be mindful of bringing, remember what I said earlier, don't look in the past, look into the future. Be mindful of bringing baggage with you. You see, he has the swords in the boat. You don't want to do that. You don't want to bring like emotional baggage basically into this new life cycle. It's okay for some because like sometimes like we need that, right? I feel like for me personally, like those scars that I have, not physical but like those emotional scars, it helps me become stronger, right? When I recognize what I went through. Okay, so we're going to move on to your staff. If you are enjoying this reading, it would be amazing if you could like and subscribe. Is that a good time to ask for it now? I'm also noticing I did not shave. I'm sorry about that. I'll do it for the next reading, but okay, we're gonna move on to your staff now. Great. Okay. Wow. Speaking of great, you pulled your own card. I love it. You pulled the Hierophant, ruled by Taurus. Okay. So, Taurus, in this quest, in this new direction that you're going, in this new, you know, lovely position that you're in, this just being recognized for all the hard work that you've done and moving forward into like a really better place this week, you did pull the Hierophant, and it just means that you are ready to acquire some more wisdom. Remember, the Knight of Swords, all right? This is a lot of forward movement and mental activity, but also I did get the message, a lot of it is education and a lot of it is just knowledge, gaining new knowledge. But this really is, like, the Hierophant traditionally was, in the past, the High Priest, right? The male equivalent of the High Priestess. Now, it is a very spiritual figure. It is, you know, people reference this person as the Pope. And this is the first major arcana where you see other people in the card. So there's two people he's spreading his wisdom to. Now, the thing about Taurus, very structured, very traditional, and You see that here. When you see gray, another thing in tarot, it means wisdom. So he really is passing his wisdom along, and this is something that you want to gain. You want to gain a little bit more wisdom in your life. Of course, that's great. Okay, you've had some sort of life moment where you're like in a good place, and you're like, I want to learn more. I want to know more. I want to make my life better. And that's amazing. Okay, someone's coming through, something's coming through to make it better, and you are going to be able to manifest whatever you want. You got the Magician. Okay, a lot of tarot card readers say this is the best card in the deck. I consider it in my top 4, top 5. It is one of the best ones to get in. Well, where it landed in your spread, it's amazing. So the Magician kicks off the entire journey, right? You can see he has everything he needs. He has the Pentacles, the staff, or the Pentacles, the sword, the wands, the cups. He also has the infinity symbol over his head. It means infinite possibilities, all right? The Magician has the power to manifest whatever he wants. With this power of manifestation, where it falls in your spread, external factors, something is going to happen for you soon. Something great. And it's going to help you in terms of manifesting what you want or anything that you're working on now. Something's going to come through. I'm getting an energy of someone you know is going to come help you, but it could be situational. It could be like you get an offer for a new job. It could be you get an offer for a house. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting really strong energy there with someone you know. But listen, if this is a general reading, so obviously this is general for Taurus, but just know for all Taurus, this week, wait for it, all right? Something's coming through. It makes me smile really big to know that this is happening and just to feel that energy coming through. Now, you did get the Knight of Cups. Some Taurus really want to be in a relationship. Some Taurus have relationships in their mind or on their mind. Some people, some of you may want to start thinking about that. If you are single, if you are in a relationship, you are thinking of, it goes along with this wisdom and this new knowledge as well. You want to put more effort into being more loving and caring and showing that, the Knight of Cups really is the traditional knight in shining armor. He's loving, he's caring, he's graceful. He's also really creative, okay? This is very creative energy. It's weird energy, I'm not gonna lie, because the Knights are really fiery and the Cups are really watery. So it's a fun, weird card, but at the same time, I love his wings of imagination on his helmet and his shoes. So you could also be finding or hoping to find creative ways to move forward in terms of relationships or in terms of like just whatever's going on right now with your life. Like this, again, remember it's all connected. The mental, the emotional, the physical, the desire, it's all connected. And, there's a lot of activity happening in your first house. So that's why it feels a little all over the place here, but anything is possible right now, Taurus. Anything is possible. And listen, don't worry. You got the 10 of Wands. I know it looks scary. He's literally like breaking his back carrying these wands, but it's the end. 10 is the end. 10 is the end of the burden, of the hard work, of all that, just feeling like nobody's helping you and you've just really worked to death and it's over. It's come to an end. Again, 10 is the end. You have a lot to look forward to. A lot of the work and effort that you've put into something, it's paid off and it's going to pay off this week, and boom, this is great. This is you moving on to another level. A lot of look at you right now. You're already in a good position, so you only have great things to look forward to. This is great. This is amazing. The worst is behind you. And again, the big energy I got was that it wasn't even for some Taurus, it wasn't even like it was a decision that you could have made easily. And it's because you are gaining a lot of knowledge and you are maturing and spiritually and you are becoming, this person that you want to be. And I really admire that. I really love that for you. Man, Taurus, gosh, Great reading. I'm very excited to see what happens. Please, leave comments if any of this, registers with you or connects with you this week. Please leave comments. I always love hearing comments. Claim it. And have a great week. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in a week. Yeah, great. Okay. Have a great week.